挙手。
お疲れ様です。
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
今日晩前出ました。目が星の笑顔。
ポヨさん、たまにはちょっとポヨさんの支援でブーフォン当てたいな。
What is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who were able to do that at the
あ、終わったそれは。取ってくんなダリーナ。
明日休みなん？
明日は休みです。
They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful maneuvering of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch! I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
何それ。
今日夜クレクレさんと集合予定やからそんどきね。
そうなんですか？イーフトですか
？Maldini produces the perfect tackle there. Hakimi, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
何も決めてない。
あ、了解です。はい、ありがとう。もし暇だったら誘ってください。
22時ね。
OK です。それまでやってます、イーフトを。おとなしく。え、なんでそれゴミ。
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
寝たら知らんからね W。
寝たら起こしてもらっていいですか？
Yokohama FC have the chance to go the other way. It's Nedved!
Iyo.
And this is Nedved, and it's Pirlo.
いや、最高。その時はじゃあお願いします。PSN カード、PSN カードを持って集合してください。
Sepahan leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Can he finish?
ピルロいいの持ってるね。
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Rice with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
はい。ですか。
And here's Hullet. Oh, sweet feet. And the shot! Another big chance that gets away.
なら後でね。
But you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Pirlo's cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Sepahan get their fourth corner.
いや、惜しいな。
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Semenyo carries the ball down the right.
はい、ナイス。
And that is out of play. Rice. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he plays one through. Nedved. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now Pirlo. And it's Honda. Goes for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. There will be a throw-in. Mbappe! He's having a pop! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Kvaratskhelia gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Now that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Sepahan go up by 2 and are looking good.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Kvaratskhelia. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Hullet. He's found a way through. Now it's Mbappe. He's having a hit! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Passing nice and neat. Shot could be on. Leicester with a fine tackle.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Aimed beyond the defence. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Bellingham. And it's Nedved. And that is a little undercooked.
3 minutes added time.
Pullet. Honda tries one from range. Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Semenyo. Semenyo stood his ground strongly. He has found the way through. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Sepahan claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling. Strong running down that left flank. No, he refuses to take the bait. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nedved. Azar. And it's Azar. Azar. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Ball swung in. Nedved never out of the action for very long. Tries to pass it through. Pepe does really well to win the ball there. Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Kvaratskhelia. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cross from terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Honda looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. Almost an hour gone. Hazard.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses and a header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. Sepahan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Right, looks a good ball through, and he's found a way past. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that should get the job done. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's Nedved! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. Searching pass he's played there. And it's lofted through here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Honda.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nedved. Maldini. And it's Nedved. Rice. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Hakimi plays it in.
Rice really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Azar. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nedved. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. And it's Nedved. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Pirlo! The corner count is rising. That's 6. Pepe clears it away. That's destined for the flank, and that's aimed into the middle. That's going to go a long way. Ibrahimovic.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Good effort from distance. And he whips it in. Getting up there! And that's a tidy finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? And we're done. Sepahan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Alessandro Nesta looking a picture of calm out there, Jim. No doubt ready to deliver yet another defensive masterclass.
Yeah, a man who week in, week out took on the very best attackers. He always embraced that, and they very rarely got the better of him.
A proper virtuoso of the game. Even the most brutal tackles were delivered with flawless timing, impeccable grace, elegance.
Spot on.
Mateus, and they can counter here. That's been slipped through. Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Threads one in, and this is Ronaldo. Oh, sweet feet. And he's cut it out.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Vieira. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's gone looking for safety. Ball's gone out of play. That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
So, a breakthrough already. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Del Piero.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time.
Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he's picked it up out wide. It's a throw-in. Pirlo's cross. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a key interception. Vieira.
Red Star definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Maldini. Pelé. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, he's all alone, and he's got away from him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. Nedved is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Bellingham. And the finish! Oh, it's a beauty! About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolute.
Now Mbappe. Is having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Ibrahimovic, and that could set him on his way. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, can he get onto this? Sepahan do have a chance to counter here. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Mateus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hazard knocks it into space. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that is a little undercooked. He has found the way through. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Sepahan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
That has been cut short. Pele, Costa Curta, has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 21, Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field, number 6, Bullet. Number 10, Messi. Substitution in
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now, can they get him away? There's the shot! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
Surprise, surprise, who else? The ideal time and the ideal man to do it. This is going to liven up the second half.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
He'll try from distance! Sepahan really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Pass somewhat off target. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And that has left him in a heap.
The attendance for this match was
It's a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And Hullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Substitution on the field.
Sepahan have their third corner.
Number 24,
And he's there to clear it.
Hazard. Coming on the
Sepahan
field,
really are
number
going for it here,
18,
Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the
number
effort.
13,
They're coming again and again.
substitutions
You know,
taking
the
place.
interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Sepahan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Now it's Messi. Hullet. And he's got the beating of Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Beyond special! What a player! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, it's Dembele. And this is Nedved. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Hullet. Messi. Oh, nice touch. Here comes the corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 15, Gattuso. Substitution.
Red Star clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Messi. Del Piero. He's having a pop! Oh, it rattles the bar! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest. And Messi! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
No, no way through. Eze. Spread to the right.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Referee has just said play on. He's picked his way through. Del Piero! Ferdinand clears.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Messi. Vieira calmly anticipates. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thinks about the shot. And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. We're up and running then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Eze. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Nedved. Spread to the right. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Sepahan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He'll try to keep this alive. Decent chance! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Honda really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Rice. No, he refuses to take the bait. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's got away. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Decent hit from there. And it's Honda. Honda gets on his bike and on the move. Still goalless. Gabriel, a player who needs no introduction. And they're quick to get it back.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
Played into space. Dink through. And this is Dembele. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a pretty loose pass. Honda. Dembele engages and forces him off the ball. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's a shade optimistic. Havertz, Ødegaard, Havertz. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nedved scooting forward. Nedved really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Nedved. And it's Honda. Now it's Hullet. Oh, a delicate chip through. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And he was quick to react. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Pirlo. Rice. Eze. Havertz. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Arsenal have a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Looking to play him in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Calafiori. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Calafiori is flagged offside. It's just beyond his reach.
Are certainly playing with...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Sepahan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And he shoots! It's in!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the Brit. Havertz!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira. Gabriel is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Some resolute defending there. Thuram.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Honda gets into a good position. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
What a save by David Raya! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Nedved. Applies the finish! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! A finish right from the top draw. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A truly wicked... Oh, what has happened here? Caught offside that time. Calafiori. Quarter of an hour into the second half. This is a promising build-up.
Sepahan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
It's a searching pass. No luck with that dink over the top. It's not an especially good pass, that. Van Dijk. Thuram. Calafiori wins the duel this time. Eze. Strong running down that left flank. Pull it. Can he get away here? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The Saitama Stadium looking a terrific picture as always. One of Asia's best purpose-built stadia. So we're very much on the way now. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
Rice. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Urawa Reds clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rice. Now it's Bale. Probing pass. And he welcomed Luis Suarez! Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
And it's Messi. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Knocks it into space. And he's only too happy to take that. Can he finish? Hits wide, but not by very much.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
played through for him. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Rice, very much a man of this moment. Rafael Leao is onto this. There's the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Sepahan still without a single shot on target. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Piqué does well not to be outdone there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Great chance! They've scored! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Rower Reds have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Piqué was in no mood for any of that. Messi bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He tries one from range. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, cracking ball. And he's got the beating. He's had a shot! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Mbappe. There could be trouble here. Real chance! That's another chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rower Reds left themselves pretty well unguarded there, but they are still alive.
Yeah, clumsiness could have cost them there. They can tidy that up.
And here's Hullet. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And here's Messi. He's having a hit! Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Just past the 40th minute mark. Rafael Leao. Suarez receives it in a good position here. Messi. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Rossi. And it's Messi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Lovely pass, but can he... It's Bale! And it's hoisted clear. And that's gone loose. And here's Suarez. Shot a goal! And it's there! Again, in a try! And that is indeed the final act. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Sepahan not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. De Rossi. Rafael Leao. That is a great pick out. And he is deftly all... Luis Suarez! It's bounced back off the post. Gullit might just make this. Luis Suarez. That is lovely. Thinks one through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Bale. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's going for goal! He's kept it out, just.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Oh, good climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. He has found the way through. And Messi! And that's a sharp finish. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So could they be onto something here? He's got away. Chance! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Rawa Reds are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's found a way through. Bellingham! Well taken goal. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 19.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
Number 10.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Number 41.
Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Number 18. Pele. Number
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Number 8.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Number 21.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Taking place.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Hazard. Del Piero. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And this is Snyder. It's Snyder! And how did he not put that away?
Snyder fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Van Dijk. De Rossi. Pele. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He'll try from distance! Another one of football's and how moments. Azar. De Rossi can so cleverly bypass the press. It's a good spell of possession, this. Pelé. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And a chance! Glorious from Azar! A finish of true class! And they get themselves in front! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
The Royal Reds have their lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Luis Suarez. Messi. And the shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that we didn't top it off with a finish.
Rafael Varane. And it's Del Piero. Now this could be a chance. Referee's given a throw. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking tidy in possession here. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pelé quietly revving up. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Del Piero. And it's skewed away. It's an inviting-looking ball, that.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that.
Mbappe! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Nedved. He's found a way through. He has a look up. Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a super give and go. Hullet takes a shot. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Rice, they've got to make this nice and quick.
Great vision. Oh, played right into his path. Oh. And Hullet! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tries to play it through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Thinks one through. Nedved. Nedved was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here. Well, he was given an open invitation to try his luck, so why not?
Look at the space here. Towering header! He's scored! And we have liftoff! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Sepahan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Rice. Showing great... Rice! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Collar constantly looking for the ball into the box.
This is the time you need that pace.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Can he finish? Indeed! A diamond of a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they get themselves in front! He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Sepahan with the lead. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Kaka. Hullet. Looking for options for movement. The pass has gone astray. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Mbappe, never the sort to be shot shy. Vieira. And it's Hullet. And it's Hullet. It's played through for him. Vieira gets across to intercept that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Hullet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they're back on the ball again. And that brings the first half to a close. Sepahan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared. At the interval, it's 2-2.
Substitution in progress.
And that's the second half started. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Thuram. Nedved. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Great ball if he can get there. Hullet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's ambitious. Nearly, but not quite.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. And here's Hullet. Messi. Here's a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Sepahan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Varane makes the interception. Milinkovic-Savic. And it's Rice. Very nicely done. Looking for the far post. Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Rice goes short. Sepahan are looking to go forward now.
80,113.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nicely shaped ball. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Semenyo. Milinkovic-Savic. A probing pass. Oh, no joy this time. Varane gets over and intercepts. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. And that should get the job done. He's had shot at goal! Milinkovic-Savic can get it clear. Goes down, but nothing given. Ekitike, well seen, saw that coming. Rice. It's Thuram. That's a good-looking ball. McTominay. Milinkovic-Savic. It's Thuram. Oh, good spread. Bellingham. Pirlo pinches it off him. And that's going up front in a hurry. And he is dashing away. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Mbappe. And he's got away from it.
Sepahan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Yaya Toure. Rice. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's found space here. Mbappe. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And it's Nedved. Mbappe! Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Varane calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Gets a good foot in there. He's found a way past. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ekitike actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Desperate defending required here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So that's it. It is all over. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Sepahan have reclaimed it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Taken back almost at once. And they've switched it over to the other side. Driving forward. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! And we have liftoff! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Sepahan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Some intricate passing looking to... And there's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Passes short and sharp. And it's Messi. Bullet, who is rarely short on confidence. Now it's Pelé. Gerrard. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sepahan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cruyff. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And this is Bullet. Bullet! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Bullet clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now, can they get him away? Cantona! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Looking for the run. Now it's Pelé. Lovely bit of skill. That is good strength. And it's Messi. 15 minutes till half-time. Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Hazard running at top gear. Rijkaard. Defending was strong and firm. Can he get on the end of this? Ah, such a clever touch. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. And it's Pirlo. He's had a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Crunching tackle. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Bergkamp. Pelé. Cruyff. Well, the ball's gone astray. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Cruyff. Azar. Can he get it through? Shapes to shoot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That is good alertness. Pelé. Bergkamp is the team's great vision. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Sepahan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Oh, shoot! It's a goal! Threads one in. Bellingham. It's a searching pass. Caceres gets across to intercept that. Pelé quietly revving up. Pirlo to Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. Cruyff. And it's Messi. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now there's a fine ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's picked it up out wide. And that is well cleared. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Gerrard. Cruyff. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
The attendance for this match was 80,953.
Messi. Messi. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Cantona.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Knocks it into space. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Up towards the front line. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that
it's Azar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 23.
And a header! Gerrard with the clearance.
Azar.
Out for a throw.
10, Messi. Number 25. Bellingham. Coming on the
Fermin.
field,
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
number 18, Del Piero.
Yamal, whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Number 11, Schneider. Number 15,
Just about up to 75
Substitution in
minutes.
progress.
Koundé. And it's Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. A header!
And a truly agonising miss.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
He's picked his way through.
Del Piero!
Crossbar comes to the rescue. Long ball upfield. Oh no, he's got that wrong. He's going for goal! Oh, off the bar! Oh, and that should have been two.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
And it's Lopez. Nicely weighted ball.
Santos appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
And this is Ronaldo. Sepahan still ahead by the game's only goal. Some really good ball movement.
Santos really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. And that is expertly dealt with. And that was very necessary. Yamal, the man with such great vision. Very much into the last knockings.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Looking for options for movement. He's got away. No, again there's no way through. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and a front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five, so I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility, and I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
Looking for options for movement. And it's Dembele. That is good progress on the left. Dembele. Big chance! It's hit the uprights. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most. Now that's well seen too. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Figo. Now, what about a counter-attack? Floated through. He's shifting through the gears here. Sepahan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. And this is Hullet. And Hullet! There it is!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Dembele. Engages and forces him off the ball. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. Now it's Dembele.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh no, what has happened here? He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that looks a decent ball, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Flamengo are looking to break at pace. Semenyo. That's tidy. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Tries to play it through. Played out wide. Great vision. Oh, that's neat. Figo. Nedved did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Hullet. Caught offside that time. Now it's Dembele. Nedved. Well, that's an excellent interception. Oh, cracking. He's having a shot! And it's in! Two to the good. And they are purring, absolutely purring. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get...
Great chance! Pepe. Now it's Hullet. And he welcomes it in. And this is Dembele. And he's got the beating of his man. Decent chance! Cleared away. Over to the right flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Figo! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Flamengo really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter.
And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Sepahan looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's having a hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Sepahan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Pirlo's cross. And this is Dembele. And it's Pirlo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries one from range! Nearly, but not quite.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Real chance. It's Dembele! Sepahan with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. And that could set him on his way. He's onside! Bellingham. Short changes him with that pass. He's beaten the last man. Shot a goal! And it's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Sepahan choosing to make the first change. He's in a great position here. He's found a way through. Now, Hazard! And that would have been some goal.
Hazard certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Maldini calmly anticipates.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries from distance. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
That is ended up in no man's land. Sepahan suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Hazard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Semenyo. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well read, nice interception. Schneider going forward. Vitinha. Oh, this looks sharp. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep back.
Ah, he's given it a real chance! It's a goal! Flamengo are level! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And now he has two.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
camisa 21.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Para a entrada de camisa 11. Camisa
Delicate ball, and it needs to be.
camisa 14.
And the shot! Goal! Flamengo! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Flamengo with the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's there to retrieve it.
Sepahan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and...
Getting up there! Oh, crossbar! That's put paid to the danger. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Pirlo. And here's Del Piero.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Kvaratskhelia. Pirlo kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
And it's Honda. Well, this is surely their last chance. Deftly away. Oh, they can break here. And he's there to make the challenge. There will be 4 extra minutes. Schneider makes a move down the right. Very nicely done. Oh, shooting chance! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Sepahan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football.